Happy Saturday, everybody.
Fuck off.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Saturday matinee. Daryl is riding what we call the struggle bus.
I literally woke up half an hour ago. Just on the pure chance that I had a piss boner and I had to get up. It was so hard to roll over.
Did you ever have
So-
Did you ever
no.
get woken up like having to shit?
No.
That happened to me this week. I woke up at like 3 a.m.
You literally look like a low rent Eminem right now for some reason.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dyed the beard up a little bit. So fuck you, Aubrey. Fuck you.
So we're on a fuck you children kick, right? I would just like to give a big fat shout out to Colden Smith's 21st birthday. He can also fuck all the way off.
Yeah.
My wife's like, there's only one person to blame, and it's you. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, I honestly would never have went to the Sabres game last night if I didn't get goaded into going out for Colden's birthday. I never would have been at the casino till 5 o'clock in the morning losing all my fucking money if it wasn't for Colden's birthday. What the fuck was I doing playing craps? I don't know how to play craps.
I don't think anyone really knows how to play craps.
There are people know, and I made a
theories.
bunch of people a lot of fucking money last night. Guess who I didn't make any money?
Oh, that would be you.
I'm like, how's everybody else getting rich and not me? Like, I don't know, man. I rolled like 20 sometimes in a row. People are fucking clapping. I was like doing good, I think, but no money came my way.
What'd you bet?
Like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play craps.
I typically just go 5 and 9. Boom, boom, boom.
No, I was doing 6 and 8. I think I should have went.
So when I was in Vegas and I had a couple minutes to go run down and play bubble fucking craps, that's what I would do. I'd do 5 and 9, and then when I got took like $40 to like $80, then I bet 8 as well, and that's it. And then I would leave with a little bit of cash.
I left.
And then I'd go play blackjack and hold on 18, dealer gets 19. Hold on 20, dealer gets 21. Hold on 17, dealer gets 18. And then all the money just went away. They fuck you at the drive-thru is what I'm saying. This week, let's talk about current events. Puff Daddy.
Drove there's a lot
into a bridge.
Wait,
it's
I thought
crazy.
Joe Biden.
How fucking weird is it that P. Diddy, I wouldn't say it's weird. I wouldn't say it's weird, but he's allegedly a flaming ass raper. Allegedly.
So that's the allegedly part of this. See, I didn't know any of this shit. Again, there's allegations.
No have moist lips like that. That's suspect. Sus.
Those fellows, those people lick their lips like LL Cool J.
Yeah. I was out in the cut. Yeah, I guess he would allegedly drug people, Cosby, Theo, and he drug people and then rape them in the butt. And then when they wanted to negotiate contracts, he'd play the tape back and say, unless you want this to get out.
For real?
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of in. The conspiracy thing,
because it's fucking interesting, you know?
The kids, yeah, okay. So, yes, interesting. The conspiracy theorists have been going absolute apeshit this week.
True.
And it all starts with this Diddy thing. And I kind of was fascinated by it because this comes out that FBI's raiding Diddy's house.
Yes.
Diddy's plane is in Antigua. Where's Diddy? Now, I am not allowed on the Twitters because I have been banned forever. Because I allegedly, and I'm like, this is a big time stretch. Allegedly,
and you don't
threatened a sitting president. Allegedly, I don't think I did. The tweet, I think I'm gonna still get put on a T-shirt because it was epic. Whatever.
You need to get it put on like one of those, like live, laugh, love. Like big boards, like
I'm absolutely getting that fucking thing put and framed in my next house. Yeah, it's gonna be right here.
My sister got me one that's pretty cool. Hold on.
But all the articles linked to back to Twitter or X or whatever the fuck the cool kids are calling these days, and I couldn't read them. So I'm like, I had to go to like the Googs, and even then it was a stretch. I can't read that. Hey, that everybody else probably can. I am hammered.
Just because you're a piece of shit doesn't mean you can't accomplish great things. It's called do, not don't.
Do's got an extra O, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Who got you that?
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
Champ. The people's champ.
The people's
well, yeah,
so this whole Diddy thing is just like, I mean, but this has been a thing for a while because I know
50's been going hard in the paint on him.
Oh, yeah, 50's just like, fuck off. The whole thing with this is it's resurfaces every great once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, now you got to do Jay-Z, and now you got to do this guy, now you got to do that. And my buddy Jay Fetus keeps fucking texting me or Facebook messaged me all this shit. And he doesn't like Biggie. He's a big Tupac guy.
Sure.
Like he'll send me 84 gifts in a row of just Tupac. And I'm like, please die. Drive your truck into a bridge. Just stop. And he just keeps going. He's kind of like you. You guys are the same piece of shit.
Well,
but
he is
bro, it's like if you took and
he's very successful. So yeah, he's a lot
piece
like
of shit and broke it in half. That's what you would have.
That's good. Yeah, I'll take it.
But this whole Diddy thing was like, I was kind of fascinated by it. And again, everybody's like, oh, this, that, and everything. You're like, this is hitting way too close to home for you because you're a rap fan. I'm like, I honestly don't give a fuck. Those guys don't care about me.
Sure.
I don't care about them. I really don't. Well, whatever happens. I'm like,
let's say he goes to jail, and obviously he should if the things that he did are true.
If, right? Are you saying if?
If.
Okay.
If.
Oh, yeah, because I'm on the if scale. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
But like, are you going to lose any good music? No, it's not like Biggie going to jail. Like, it's not like Tupac going to jail where like actual creators of art can't contribute to their art. P. Diddy is a fucking coattail rider.
Yeah. Oh my God. 100%.
And so you're not going to lose any good art.
My buddy Gambini texted me one night out of the blue. Him and we talk randomly. Usually our birthdays are relatively close here.
So usually they're relatively close.
Dude, I'm so
every other year.
Every other year we know. And he comes out of the blue the one day and says, "Is there anything more annoying than Diddy on every one of Biggie's tracks?"
Yeah.
And I said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He goes, "Bro, take a listen."
He goes, "Ha
ha." And I'm like, motherfuck. And as I sat back for a second, whether he says one bar, half a bar, or he's on every fucking one of Biggie's tracks. And I'm like, you fucking kidding me with this?
Yeah.
Like, thanks for ruining my life, asshole.
Yeah, I mean,
not that I didn't fucking do it myself, but thanks.
I mean, Diddy and Mace had a good deal, but like for what, 3 songs, maybe? But like,
would you consider like Biggie or like Puffy and Mace and all that? Would you consider that bubblegum rap?
Yeah, that was kind of the start of it.
Yeah.
They took a hard right after everyone started getting shot. And they're like,
yeah,
no, we need to get Mariah Carey on jet skis.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with Mariah Carey and a jet ski.
No. But here's what's weird about this, okay? Let's look at it from a business tactic. Allegedly, he'd have these parties, drug people, and then he'd pound them on fucking tape. So then when you want to go negotiate, he's got something over you.
When you want to what?
Like negotiate.
What?
Negotiate.
What?
You ain't black.
Huh?
Just making sure you enunciated things correctly.
Yeah. No.
You ain't black.
So when you want to negotiate, he's got something over you. But he is fucking your ass, right?
Allegedly.
So let's say that me and you were the next great rap duo, and you got mercilessly pounded by P. Diddy while I was just doing something else. Because you
were probably watching gay porn with some new friend.
So But I would be like, fucking release it. You're fucking somebody else. That's more gay than you getting raped.
So what's gayer? You
I would say
fucking a
being
dude
the
or
rape-
you
the
getting
raper.
fucked?
I would say the raper is
Yeah.
gayer.
But what if you don't mind it?
That's kind of gay. What
Yeah.
if you come too? Yeah, I just, to me, I'd be like, fucking release it.
I don't
Dildo.
understand the gay stuff.
Well,
Like
here's the-
if one dude's fucking another dude in the butt, the bottom guy probably has a hard on because he's aroused, correct? We need gay people on this show because and then where does he do? Where does he come? Just on the floor? Somebody's pillow? Couch
maybe
cushion?
a toothbrush.
Would you take the time? Would you take the time to just get it out of there? Or just
Yeah, would you just dump the load or would you really kind of tether it? Yeah, but I'd be like, fucking release it. Release it. Okay, I got drugged and raped by you, and now you're threatening to release it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, give me all that.
And we're obviously friends with a lot of gay people. We love the gay community.
Yeah.
Some parts of it I don't get. That's
I don't need to be well versed in it, and that's fine. There's things I'm better off not knowing.
Yeah,
like
I'd rather
what we
take the
just
time to get better at
discussed,
taxes.
and how to have feng shui.
But I was hanging out with a couple
Yeah,
of the people
Victoria
in the community.
Beckham last night. The other
I
night?
don't know if you saw like the little everyone saying ha ha ha, and this dude is a shit talker all night, talking shit, not trying to like bang.
There's no way that beautiful human can talk shit.
Gorgeous man, gorgeous,
Very good looking guy.
super funny.
Holy shit, is he gay though?
Oh yeah, gayer than a two-pecker billy goat, as my dad used to say. He never said that. He would say, if you don't take out the garbage, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out with him. We're talking shit, making fun of each other all fucking night. Good job, Phil. Low hanging fruit. Oh, another gay joke.
Wait, with the low hanging or the fruit?
The fruit part. So I wake up and I remember I took a picture with a dude. So I put it up on fucking Facebook. Yeah, I've put it up on Facebook, and his cousin goes, does he know that you and your friends are making fun of him? I wasn't making fun of him.
No.
First of all, he's gorgeous. Yeah. Second of all, he looks a lot like Victoria Beckham. He looks like a prettier woman than Victoria Beckham at this point.
I don't know about that. This is very good looking dude. End of story.
That's fine. But like, I don't understand sticking up for somebody for the sake of sticking up for somebody when the joke is this person is so pretty that they look like somebody that a lot of people consider to be a very pretty woman.
Yeah.
That's
not a joke. Yeah.
It wasn't throwing them under the
compliment.
Bus. Yes.
At that point, the backhanded bullshit becomes a compliment because it's actually true.
The irony that this person is in fact not Victoria Beckham.
Also, he's Asian.
Also gorgeous.
Lucy Liu.
Yeah. Loose Lou. Thank you.
Drive home safe.
Yeah. Tip your waitresses, guys. Different show every night.
You wanna know what's not cool? Is my fucking security cameras turning the lights on at 5 o'clock in the morning and tracking me as I stumbled into the house, trying to watching me get out of the Uber. I have to delete all this shit. This could never
send it to me so I can put it up on the
so bad.
So yeah, the last week
it's 49 degrees.
What's your stance on, let's say you buy a couple beers, you throw it on $10 and they leave $3.75. Do you leave the quarters or do you take the quarters? I
leave. All right. So you buy 2 beers, $6.25. They give you $3.75 back.
Yeah.
Math is not your strong suit. It's mine. At that point, I'm leaving $1.75.
So I never leave change because I think change is kind of condescending. Also, darts. I like to play darts sometimes now for some reason.
What's up, cousin Brenda?
Cousin Brenda.
It is not a good morning. It's actually afternoon where I'm at.
And it feels like 7 a.m. to Daryl.
Feels like,
so I get home the other night and it's like midnight-ish, maybe 11:30. And I go to take my keys out of my pocket and it starts
$12
raining quarters. Click, tick, 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 like everywhere. And I'm like, God damn it. Like you try to be
Randy
like
from South Park. Change.
you try to sneak in home and then so you can be like, no, I got home at 10:30.
Yeah.
And
the ring doorbell says that is a lie.
Fucking Johnny fucking change pockets. Just fucking it's like whoosh. There's no louder sound than 80 fucking quarters falling out of your pocket at fucking midnight. There's
You sure about that?
Diddy raping Meek Mill allegedly is a little bit loud.
And that, again, I didn't know that.
They all kind of like rap used to be cool.
Yes, it used to be.
Now everyone's dressing up in Balenciaga with fucking really tight pants on. It's like, come on.
What's that?
It's some designer that I
Oh.
don't know. I think is all devil cult stuff. Allegedly, that's what I read on fucking whatever the hell. Cousin Brenda, you are in Texas, so it's what fucking 10:30 there, eh?
It's like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning there.
Oh, my exes live in Texas.
You know
Yeah,
what
so
you know what's in Texas, right?
Steers and Queers, baby.
I didn't say it. Cousin Brenda's coming up this summer.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I know. I'm gonna sleep in our camper.
This fucking guy.
So drunk.
Write me what you want it to say. Silly. So I learned another lesson. Never help somebody for free. I like Brian a lot. but holy shit.
So many fucking
yeah, so the boat hit the bridge. There's that. There's some conjoined twins. Congina? So they have so walk me through the anatomy of this person, the conjoined twins thing. And let's we'll go to
my buddy Kenny was at the game last night. We were gonna try to meet up, and then I ended up running into him at Southern Tier Brewery after the game. And he's geeked up about this story. He's like, you got to talk about it. So that gentleman right there is an Army vet.
Well,
like he's a vet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are conjoined twins. They have one body, two heads. So if we're looking at this picture, the girl on the left is happy as fuck. Look at the girl in the middle.
The girl in the middle?
With the head in the middle.
Yeah.
She's like, eh. So between
both people obviously have to buy into it, right?
What are you gonna do?
Get married to somebody else? Would that be polygamy?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Thank you. I don't know. I'm trying to dig deep,
So between me being drunk last night at all the bars and a casino and literally just waking up 45 minutes ago, Kenny's just hammering me about this. So I have zero information. Like, I don't know anything about it. Conjoined twin. You were talking about Siamese twin. And I'm like, hey, they're not. I don't know. And that's the thing is, but I knew they weren't the same. But I did know that this chick had this. You have one body and two heads. And he's rambling on about like, oh, hang on. I have the text. He did the fucking legwork, Kenny. I don't know what that is.
Conjoined twins, popularly referred to as Siamese twins, are twins joined in utero.
Okay, so he's like, I did some homework. He goes, they have one vagina, they have 4 lungs, and 3 kidneys. He goes, the legal implications are literally unprecedented. If the wife is in the mood, but the sister isn't, is it rape? Half rape. I'm like, dude, this guy. He goes, do they have one asshole? He goes, there's weeks worth of material here. I'm like, Kenny, this is a little more involved than I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But here we are. So
he
brings up a good question.
Let me ask you this question. you're hovering over them, your wife is, and one of them is sucking your dick. The other one,
The other one is well.
The other one gets the balls or the butt.
Or is we like, I don't want to be doing this.
Yeah, but it's undeniable
And
that the one on the
slap on
left
chin.
is prettier than the one on the right, right?
Yeah. But
So which one gets the
they're
buffalo?
they're allegedly twins.
Mm,
Allegedly.
how do you even like this guy has to have some fucking skeletons in the closet. Like he's taken Viagra and hit at the bottom of
and
the ball
again,
before.
If he's compassionate and actually
Sure.
cares and all this shit, then good for you. I do not have that wherewithal to do this. I don't.
No.
Hey, would you like to? I mean, at the bar, you know, you're talking to one chick, but it's actually two.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Those are called beer goggles. Normally, this doesn't come to fruition, and it's a real thing when you wake up. And then there's two of them.
I mean, she could drive in the HOV lane, right? Right.
That's kind of a gray area, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, can you imagine? Okay, so obviously we're no strangers to getting in fights with the people that we're married to, right? Like it happens.
Allegedly.
But can you imagine if like the one on the right is
the one in the
mad at
middle?
you? Yes, but the one on the left is not mad at you. So you're both ganging up on the same person?
Yeah. It's 2 versus 1 versus 1.
Yeah. It's like 1.5.
Yeah. So like that's the whole thing too, is like, I want to bang my wife, but her sister, who is always with us, wants nothing to do with it.
Well, and here's the thing too.
Can she feel it? How does it work?
But the wedding ring goes on the left hand. You can see here clearly the wedding ring is on the right hand. So he married the left one.
He married the right half,
but not the right one. So
no, left, right.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
He married the right half, not the left.
Yeah. That's strange, man. I saw a
But who moves
video.
what?
I saw a grainy video of them dancing, so I didn't really see the guy's face. I think the guy's a pretty normal looking guy.
Right here? Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think he's just
inside of that
swam
giant
through
head?
pussy for so long? He's like, I need something a little bit different. And then this fucking beauty walks in. Like, that's it.
She was standing sideways and she looked over her shoulder. And then her sister's like, oh, hey.
You have the most beautiful 4 eyes I've ever fucking seen. Let me stare into your eyes. He's got to fucking do this. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I mean, love is love, man. Yeah, love is love. Gay people love people. This guy fucking loves a
Yeah, but that's
dragon,
different.
you know?
Gay people loving people. I don't give a fuck about that. This is just odd.
It is odd.
It's odd. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm not shitting on anybody here.
In the 1800s, he'd have them in a wagon and charge 50 cents to look at them.
50 cents.
50 cents. Fuck me.
What was the quarters called back in the day? Something piece. Two pence?
No, 2 pence was 2 pennies, I think, right?
Was it? I don't know, something like that. And that's what he charges. 2 pences.
2 pence.
When this stagecoach. See what I got in here.
Right up, folks. See that
behind the curtain.
That is my wife.
Yeah. I am married to this chick
designer?
with 2 heads.
You get like the appointment book through the website, and then they're like, yeah, measurements are going to be a little weird. She's like, I can figure everything out, man. I'm a pro. Come on in.
By looking at this, though, the body is not like dish
Whoa,
dish
boy.
for no appreciation. Disappropriate, right? It's disappropriate. Is that a word?
Disproportionate. Fucking dumbass.
There's no way I was getting that out, Adam.
I had to tiptoe through that one.
Thank you for through the tulip field. It doesn't look like it's off. I mean, a little wide in the shoulder part, but I mean, if that was one chick, if you just take that center chick and just kind of like block that out, I would smash that.
You know what would be awesome?
Why not?
This is what they should do for Halloween.
No.
3 Stooges.
They should.
They would crush it. They'd win every fucking contest.
But this is the other thing. It's like, what if if the girl on the right's like, I want to go for a walk, and the girl on the left's like, no. Who controls the legs and just takes off?
Yeah, is there like internal struggle?
There has to be, right?
What happens if one?
I mean, they
dies?
share, dude,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I
For
mean, I
real?
hope that they live a long and prosperous life. But let's just say,
But
that-
okay, then how does that happen?
what if the
How
one
does
you
how does
married?
what
Check
if
this
they
out. What if the
they
one you
share all the
married-
organs?
The one you married has like a fucking, what's that thing where your brain just fucking explodes?
Joe
Aneurysm?
Bidenism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she becomes president. So let's say the one that you married, she has an aneurysm. She dies.
So let's just say she's brain dead.
Yeah.
And then the other one's just functioning as
Hey, you're
normal.
left with this cunt that didn't even want to marry you in the first place.
I'm gonna have sex with my dead wife.
But you
You're
can't
gonna
divorce
watch
her. Right? Well, you can.
Well,
I guess.
that's the other half of this thing. Like Kenny brought, what are the legal implications?
Whoa.
Dude, there's no reason, one, we should be doing a podcast at noon. Two, that I should be awake and functioning. I'm not functioning.
Brian has sent 7 text messages since I last looked at his 5 other text messages.
Okay, what happens when they're in the shitter and one wants to keep watching this show? And you're like, Phil was the DD last night for those
Why?
idiots. Phil had a,
Uber.
dude, you know where they live, right? Out by
Yes.
me, my parents.
Yeah.
So Ubering from the casino out there was
About
be like
$45, $50.
$312.
Yeah.
My ride home was $20.
Dude, I live in a place where I think we have one Uber.
Yeah.
One. So it's impossible.
Are they called Amish?
Yeah. Yeah. And you just gotta like, I've tried before because there's been a couple times where you get a little sauced up and you're like, well, I should probably not allegedly get behind the wheel, allegedly, you know. But these cars nowadays, they drive themselves. It's fine. You know?
That's why last night, man, my wife, I left the house. I'm like, I need my keys. She's like, why? I'm like, well, my truck's obviously sleeping on the road, but I have to get in the house. I go, do you really want me fucking banging on the door at 5 o'clock in the morning and pissing everybody off and the dogs? She's like, yeah, good point.
So when you
and I still
suggested
did
you
that
might be
anyhow.
out till 5 a.m, she was like, don't go out till 5 a.m, right?
Yeah, she hinted that you shouldn't be doing that. She hinted to that.
This is what I wish our wives could understand a little bit more about us, is that we're always chasing the next bit of fun.
Yeah.
And until I go brain dead.
And by chasing, I mean, like, dogs are hanging out and they stiff a butthole and they want to stiff another butthole. And we're kind of like those dogs.
Yeah.
Like, everything was going well. I mean, by well, I mean, losing fucking $1,000 wasn't great. But it was fun.
But what better way to lose $1,000?
And that was the thing too. I'm with 2 hometown friends and a kid's birthday, and we're having a fucking blast and learning new games. And then those guys said goodbye, and I'm leaning over a craps table. I have no idea how to play craps. None.
That's when you pull your money out.
I was already invested. At that point, I was like down to my last $100. I'm like, well, not leaving here with it.
Let it roll.
It's either I make $1 million or I go home broke.
I get it.
And I heard Krista fucking rifling through chips. I'm like, oh my God, I hit before I left. I walked out with chips.
You have $9. $9 chips.
She's like, you have 6 chips here. I'm like, 600. All right, I'm about even. She goes, but they're $5 chips. Fuck me. They weren't even green. They were red. I'm like, fuck. I still don't know why I walked out of them. I do know because I was hammered. Yeah. And I couldn't find. I had no idea where the cage was.
That does suck. Anytime you got to like cash in a voucher and shit like that, and you're like, this happened in Columbus.
Did it?
I'm walking around looking for the fucking thing. They hide them. You walk past all these games. You're like, I could play that right now with this, you know? And then I woke up in the morning after Columbus and I have a $58 voucher for a casino that I'll probably not go to again for 3 months.
Yeah, it's good for 6 months. You'll be back.
Yeah, it's not even worth it to go, but it's worth it to go. You know, What's your theory on the whole Baltimore Bridge thing? Is it a mistake? Is it an attack? I think ISIS is saying that they did it.
Are they?
They just take fucking credit for everything.
Everything. Why not?
Yeah.
ISIS is like conspiracy theorists. They just throw enough shit at the wall. Eventually, something's gonna stick, and then they're like, "We're fucking geniuses."
Yeah. No, we did
that. Fuck off.
We did that.
I mean, the funniest thing is these conspiracy theorists are like, "Did you guys see when the boat hit? Did you see all the fucking explosions?"
Yeah, the bridge
hang on.
there was on it.
well, yeah, and there's electricity running through it.
Right,
so the fucking wire snapped, which creates an arc. And they're like, no, those are shape charges put there by the government. The next thing is these assholes are like, so how did they know to be on that shore at that exact time and to be filming? Hello, motherfuckers. Those are static cameras. You see traffic cameras? Do you see traffic cameras? Right? Traffic camera picks up an accident. How do they know to be filming at that time? It's fucking static. It's there. Dude, all along the Niagara River here, there are cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the border. There's cameras everywhere. These are just fucking cameras in case something like this happens. They have video to figure it out. Oh, all these conspiracy theorists are now fucking bridge and boat experts.
Well, so check this out. One of the little side projects I got going on, that's going to require side projects. Did I fuck up?
Yeah, you said products, I think.
Well, it's a product. But one of the side projects I got going on is this.
Ears are sweating.
It's a data management thing, and I think in Texas this is, they use this software, but it processes software using AI, or processes images so fast using AI that if there's an accident and there's a static camera here and the accident is here, they can actually auto generate the full image around. It's fucking insane. It's insane. So yeah, I mean, fuck. I think we looked at this last time. The recording of we probably don't remember this because I think it was the third show we did, fucking, which was not good. That one did not make it to Spotify.
Thank God.
But it's a detective watching the flow of people going to certain houses.
Oh yeah, the houses thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's obviously the drug house because they use video and they overlay it with all this software, and they can actually see who you are. They can see your mannerisms. He's like,
they took the traffic out, and out one car stuck through. He's like, yeah, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be there. But he's like, see this guy, and he's, where are they all going? And when it was like watching ants, all of a sudden, and they're like,
a little racist,
that's how we know this.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck me. That was interesting as fuck. But
I think we're going a little bit off the deep end with like surveillance,
but it's not going to get any better.
Are you one of those people that says, well, I don't do anything wrong, so it's not why should I worry about it?
Well, that was a big thing here. There's a camera down the street here, nondescript, fucking strapped to the light pole, power line, conduit going down to the bottom light pole and whatever it's power. You'd never know it's there if you're not looking for it. One day I noticed it. So every time I picked Alba up from school and we came back by, I just flipped it off.
Just get a little, yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is this? Well, I just found out that there's a whole bunch of them around Cheektowaga here.
Yeah.
And I just found out yesterday they're called flock cameras, all capital letters. I guess it's the name of the company, whatever. They're license plate readers.
Oh yeah.
So if you steal a car and the cops know that car and they can type in the license plate and all that shit, when that car goes by that camera, they get a fucking ding. This is, hey, this stolen vehicle is in this area. It's in the vicinity.
Nice word, buddy.
And they're like, all these people on these posts are like, this is just Big Brother watching us. They're going to fucking mail you tickets. I'm like, one, my wife has been driving around with no inspection.
Allegedly.
No, what's the other one? Registration. Allegedly. Registration expired. She didn't know it.
It's kind of like that time I was in
Where's
Vegas.
my ticket in the mail? Yeah. Where's the ticket is in the mail, right? It's coming here. Guys, like, you got to check the mail next week. It's been months.
Yeah.
And there's no ticket here. Those are, they don't give a fuck about that shit.
Well, also,
these are, I mean, yesterday, stolen car down by the mall area, whatever. It ended up going into the Thruway Plaza. There's cameras there. It got fucking pegged as being in there. Cops surrounded the whole thing. Guess what they did?
Was Diddy around?
Yeah. Toot toot. So they surrounded the fucking plaza.
Yeah.
Guess what? They got the bitch.
Yeah.
And they got the other dude that also had a spare set of keys for the stolen vehicle on him.
Oh, well, that's good.
Now, would that have been possible without these cameras? But these conspiracy theories, everybody's, yes, should we trust the government? We shouldn't. Look what they're doing with our money and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck them. But I mean, there are things that are being done that are for your benefit. Your car gets stolen. Oh, the police aren't doing enough. Guess what? Your car drives by one of these cameras, gets flagged, and they get it back before it gets trashed.
So my cousin Jason, who's no longer with us, rest in peace. He was a police officer in Virginia, I believe. And this is going back maybe 10 years ago. We were hanging out at Christmas, and he was I think he was part of like not the forensics unit, but like the murder investigation stuff,
Intelligence.
Yeah. But he was like, what's really messed up is sometimes.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Sometimes the police would park a car on the side of the road, and that car that was not a police car would have a license plate scanner to scan any people going into that place.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nuts, Come on in. Yeah, what disturbed me about the bridge thing, because I am afraid of bridges, is how easy that bridge went down.
And yeah. And everybody's like, did you see? It had to be a conspiracy. Did you see how fast that bridge went down? That fucking ship, granted, it's not going like one of those cigarette boats, 100 miles an hour.
Sure.
It's just puddling along. But again, when the bigger the vehicle, the longer it takes to stop.
Yeah.
You're not, we all know you just don't stop a boat on the water.
Right.
It's not like slamming on your brakes in a car and considerably slowing down before you hit something or whatever. With a boat, if it's going 4 miles an hour, it's going to take you about a mile for that thing to stop. At that point, momentum is what it is. Mm-hmm. And that thing is like, I think they said it was almost 1,000 feet long, 956 feet long.
Jesus Christ.
And did you see all the fucking containers on it?
Yeah, it's loaded.
It weighs an epic fuck ton. What do you think's going to happen? They're like, oh, if they had dolphins there. I'm like, it's plowing over that. I mean, it might have fucking veered it off. But all the conspiracy theorists are like, did you see it take a hard right at the last second? Boats just don't do that. You fucking guys are disease experts, legal experts, and now you're fucking boat experts. Fuck off.
One could say that if we were going to carry out a low weight, like minimum people involved, no risk on our end type of terrorist thing, let's just say, one would say it'd be pretty easy to hack the navigation software, because you could see it lose power, then get back up, then lose power, then get back up.
Did you see the big black puff of smoke come out of it?
Yeah. Some shit was fucked up, but like, that was like the 9/11 of bridges. like you could have done it with like 6 people and a fucking laptop to do that. But dude, I have just gotten over my fear of bridges recently, where I don't have a fucking panic attack when I see the big arch of a bridge. I'm not like freaking out. And I think it's back. I
hope so. I hope it bothers you.
The skyway freaks me the fuck out.
I don't like the skyway because it's narrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's tight up there. One bridge that kind of, and I don't want to say fuck me up. I was enamored by it and whatnot. The big bridge up in St. Catharines. It's like 1.5 miles long.
Yeah.
I mean, at first you're kind of just above ground, then it goes way up, and then it turns too. So it's like, fuck, we're up here.
There is one.
I have to piss.
Go ahead.
But it's daylight, and I don't know if I should be sticking my dick out this back door. And I'm locked down here. My kids locked me down here because my wife's somewhere else.
There's a bridge going over the. What's the fucking thing that George Washington threw the dollar across? The Potomac?
Yeah.
So there's this bridge going over the Potomac River.
The what?
I'm just kidding. So there's this bridge going over the Potomac River, and she's fucking sleeping. This is like, I think 2013. I think she was pregnant.
Wait, your wife was sleeping while you drove?
Yeah, no way, right? No way.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
So this bridge starts off like this. It goes up at a nice little plane, and then there's fog. So you see all the cars ahead of you disappearing.
We're in the clouds.
And then the bridge goes up again, so ships can get it underneath it.
Yeah.
So it's a long fucking bridge anyways, terrifying.
That's when the St. Catherine's one is.
You go up into the clouds.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I was like,
I'm in outer space.
No, right before you get out, like right before I get on the bridge, there's times where I'm like, I should just pull over and have her drive, and I can like fucking close my eyes and get through it. But I was white knuckling it. We get through that. Then we're going over the George Washington Bridge.
The what?
George Washington Bridge. Fuck you, man. Shit. Man, fuck you. Retardation.
It's the worst day of my life.
Hungover shows are almost more drunk than.
Are you hungover?
Medium.
I am not. I am still drunk. There's scientific proof of that.
I was trying to adjust. This is how I know I'm kind of hungover. I was trying to adjust mic levels for me, and it's like a little digital dial, and I was Michael J. Fox in it. It was not good.
I love that analogy. I use that so much. It's so great.
So then we're going over the George Washington Bridge. Still sleeping. She's slept through like 9 states at this point.
We're in Hawaii right now. How did we get here?
There's a fucking traffic jam on top of the George Washington Bridge. And again, I hate bridges. Freaking the fuck out.
Could you feel it wiggle? Because they all move.
Oh, dude.
A little bit.
When we were just in Vegas and we did the Grand Canyon tour, and then they kind of swing you by the what's that? Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam, yeah.
And back in the day, before 9/11, Hoover Dam was the actual bridge. So you actually drive over the Hoover Dam. But now
I drove across that in Grand Theft Auto.
Nice. But then they built another bridge. So now you go up in this massive canyon that in the bridge.
Would it be grand?
It was a very grand canyon, I would say. Yeah. You're over the fucking thing and you're looking down on the fucking Hoover Dam, and there's trucks going past you 1,000,000 miles an hour. And that bridge is just like, whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm like, I'm good.
We're going down. I'm yelling timber.
There was this lady walking as we're walking out to go to the middle to go look at the fucking Hoover Dam. Like, and honestly, who the fuck cares, right?
Whatever, man.
Do you really care about the, like, hey, there's a dam, great, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a fucking marvel. It's great, but you don't really care.
It's where the Transformers are stored. Oh my
Allegedly.
God. Oh, I just cramped.
I had a calf cramp this morning, and I was like, God damn.
That's why I just got one.
But yeah, this lady is walking back, and she couldn't be further away from the edge of the view. She's like, fucking, her sweater is getting holes in it on how close she is. Like, she's dragging herself against the place closest to the road. And the terror that was in her eyes, I completely identified with.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to do this shit. I did it. I was there for a minute. But you know how dizzy you get when you're up high? Like, and you're just like, you can't even fathom.
Equilibrium's all fucked up.
Yeah, how crazy it is. And I'm like,
Krista hates bridges. Like, you just going to like Niagara Falls and just crossing the Grand Island Bridge. I'm up there and I'm doing fucking 60 something in the left lane, passing cars, looking down at people riding jet skis. I'm like, oh, check out that boat. In the passenger seat, she is fucking laser focused straight ahead. Her head won't move.
I'm the same.
I'm like, you're not even driving.
This is why
I don't fucking care. I hate bridges.
Me and have a lot in common.
What's that?
I don't know. I just fucking.
You have big tits?
Not as big as
I
those.
don't know where my wife went.
Those puppies. She probably fucking left you.
Fucking fuck her. She left the kids here. I don't want them.
Well, dude, yesterday I woke up at 9 had to call a couple people, went back to bed, and I set my alarm for 10. So I was going to get another half an hour sleep, which is always a bad move, you know.
That's not good, dude.
Apparently my my alarm was going off for an hour and a half. And Olivia's like, she comes in, she's like, I'm just checking on you. Are you dead? I'm like, I feel dead. I'm not dead, but I feel dead.
Yeah.
Like
I said, I rolled over this morning and I was like, oh
yeah.
And Krista came in like 2 seconds later. Uncanny timing. Well, then the doors open, so Brady comes in, and then in comes the dogs. The dogs have went from the older dog, he's only 6, being a grumpy, miserable fuck, and the puppy trying to fuck with him all the time, to, hey, it's WrestleMania 24/7. This is all they do. Yeah. You can't pet one of them without your hand is wet. The dogs are all crunchy and crusty. So Tucker jumps in bed. He's like, oh, all right, nap time. Because he loves coming in, like when I take naps.
Yeah.
He loves to come in. He comes up, climbs on the bed, lays down.
Pink lipstick cock out and just rushes it all over.
Like, hey, buddy.
Fuck you, man.
And then the puppy comes in and he jumps on the bed. Guess what they do? They fight. They wrestle. And I am just undeniably hammered.
Like, guys, just stop. And then you end up actually falling asleep during all the violence.
All the violence. And my wife's like, hey, how you feeling? I'm like, fuck off. You know how I'm feeling. Should you have been at the casino until 5 o'clock in the morning? No, I shouldn't have been. Things happen.
Too. Like we all know it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
We all know it. But at the time, it's the best idea someone could bring up.
Yes.
Like it's 10:30. People want to go play darts. Bad idea. But at the time, sure, let's go do that. I want to introduce a new segment, Daryl, to the show. We're going to parlay.
I have to pee so bad.
We're going to do this for 13 more minutes and you can pee and we'll do one more. Daryl, let me introduce you to a man named Walter Summerford.
Clayton Bigsby?
This guy.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Lip caterpillar is on point. My caterpillar.
This guy.
You call it caterpillar or caterpillar?
Cata,
me too.
Yeah. Everyone else is stupid, dude. Not me and you.
Sweet lettuce, though.
So, yeah. Got a little bit of the little me hairline going on. That's cool. I got a beat. Do you know what this guy is famous for?
What's his name?
Walter Summerford.
I do not know.
Walter Summerford. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Walter Summerford. Had something amazing happen to him that should never even happen. Should definitely not happen twice. But it happened 3 times to him.
You see, okay, so you by the tone, your tone, you're kind of excited that this happened to him 2 or 3 times.
3 times.
So he didn't get like hit by lightning because they'd be like, "Whoa, that happened," but you'd be hit by lightning. Come on.
Yeah.
Phil just called it too.
Yeah. He got hit by lightning. Check this out. 3 times when he was alive.
Well, then obviously.
Hold on. Then they bury him. And his tombstone got hit by lightning a 4th time.
Jason Voorhees.
Holy shit, that's Jason Bourne.
Jason Voorhees, you fucking asshole.
I know. I was just joking.
No. You don't even know. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees, fucking Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
Duh.
Got that.
Camp Silver Lake. What up? What up?
Crystal Lake, you fucking retard.
What'd I say? Silver Lake?
Silver Lake.
What was Silver Lake?
It's out by Perry.
Okay. All right. But yeah, this guy was hit by lightning and lived, then died of like old age. And then his tombstone was also hit by lightning.
So hopefully his family fucking did that thing, played the lottery.
No shit. Do you see the clip of the guy that he won he was in Australia, and he won some sort of lottery thing. And so the news is doing a special on him, and they want him to reenact him scratching off a scratch-off ticket. And so he's at the same place he bought the scratch-off ticket for. He's like, all right, now I'm going to go ahead and scratch it off. And that's a fucking killer Australian accent. You're fucking welcome, everybody.
I wasn't sure if that was Australian, British, because I know how much you love those guys.
Let's go ahead and scratch it off. So he's scratching it off, and he goes, I just won $250,000. So they're there
doing a segment,
B-roll of him doing it. I just won $250,000. That's fucking on point Australian accent.
Yeah. Going Outback for dinner.
You know, if you want to say like, I know. That's how they say, oh no.
I know.
She wanted to go get steak, and I said, I know. We're going for pizza. I'm fucking brilliant, dude. I'm so fucking brilliant.
God help me.
I was like, let me take you from behind. Nope, that's Irish.
And he's back.
Let me stick it in.
You were doing so good. Your retarded brain got stuck.
And he's
switched
Like,
continents.
I am the last one. They call me Octopushy. What else? What else is in the news here? Saturday show.
We got a boat crashing.
Summerford.
We got the lightning guy. We got the twins.
I wanted to ask you your opinion on this. So we all know Caleb Williams is going to
be a bust. Yes.
Be probably a bust. But I wanted to play this clip from Good Morning NFL or something like that. And Caleb Williams was seen at a basketball game, and he's got a pink phone. He's got pink nails. He was
at the WNBA game, right?
Okay, yeah. So
the girls college basketball,
Caitlin
whatever,
Clark maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, he was definitely at a girls college game.
So this guy is like, by all intents, is it intents and purposes, or all intents of purpose?
And purposes.
It's fucking Boy Scouts, baby. It's fucking intense, baby. So by all intents and fucking dicks. By all intents and purposes, this guy's going to be the number one pick.
Allegedly.
Right? But he's you got to control, you got to dress for the job you want, right? So,
which is not true.
No, but you kind of should at least play the game a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying wear khakis and tuck your t-shirt into it. No, I'm not saying that. But maybe don't have a bedazzled pink phone and pink nails. Maybe. I don't know. This guy's supposed to be like a leader of peoples, you know?
Supposed to be.
Yeah. So the NFL owns, I think, NFL Good Morning Football and all that shit. And they're fucking defending him. Now, again, like, it's a different day. It's a different time. I get it. Some guys want to wear a dress and have pink nails. That's fine. But if you're going to be the number one pick and you're going to get, let's say, $100 million guaranteed, maybe wait until you have some success and then fucking bedazzle it. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying. So the NFL, because this guy's going to be the number one pick, and because, and I would assume the Bud Light controversy with the fucking dude that completely makes fun of women, like this dude is trolling women non-fucking stop. And everyone's like, oh, it's so fucking beautiful. Anyways, I think they're trying to like stomp out the fucking embers before the forest fire starts to go, right? Because they don't want to lose their audience. And I respect Kyle Brandt. Number one, he's a closeted Bills fan. Respect him. Number two, gorgeous. Number three, pretty good reporter. But he goes on this like anti-gay rant. And I don't think Caleb Williams is gay. I just think if you're going to be the number one pick in the fucking draft, maybe wait until you have fucking Jordache jeans on. I don't know. Why did I sound like Sean Connery there? Jordache.
I know. Your tongue got kind of hung up. I was like, did I hear that right?
So I wanted to get your opinion on this. And again, friends of the gay community. Friends. I don't think he's even gay, but they're making it seem like he's gay, and then they're making it seem like him being okay is okay. Him being gay is okay. Sorry. God damn it. I can't keep hitting the fucking button. So here's this clip.
Okay. And this shot of him right here caused...
First of all, this is Kyle Brandt, I think, right? Yeah, Kyle Brandt.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome guy.
A ton of reactions. Let's see the shot. We know that he likes to paint his nails, and this time they were pink. He also had a pink phone, he had a pink wallet, and on and on and on and on. And I didn't think much of it, kind of scrolled right past it. And then I started seeing the usual meme treatments, internet jokes, and all that. It's fine, whatever. Do something out of...
Well, here's my question to you. Number one, you put yourself out there. Well, let's say, Daryl, you go, hey, man, I'm like, hey, man, I'm at Vinny's, come meet me out. And you show up in a fucking dress. I'm not going to not be your friend, but I'm also going to rake your ass over the coals.
100%.
Because me and you have less hair than me, and you have the fucking audacity to make fun of my hair, which is weird. I accept it.
It's a weird flex.
Yeah. But he's doing this.
I'm also 7 years older than you, and according to a lot of people, my daughter included, you look way older than I do. I'm not sure how that is. But whatever.
I think she's fucking just trying to get more money out of you.
Good luck. You ever try to get blood out of a rock?
That money goes to the casino, and that's it. Yeah. But he's acting like this guy got beat up because he's in a parking lot. Just look at the facial expressions and the audacity and the internet meme. It just seems a little preachy, doesn't it?
Of the ordinary, you're that high profile of a person. That's just kind of how it works. Then I engaged a little bit, all right? And I began seeing caveman Twitter come out with not just jokes, but real authentic opinions and diatribes about Caleb's personality and his taste being a problem and becoming red flags. And then I got genuinely annoyed. I think number one, because there's a big old dollop of homophobia on top of it. And number two, that image of him at that basketball game became this Pied Piper of horrible, horrible takes that I started seeing after that. And I just wanted to address some of those takes. Again, that stem from a guy's...
Do you think that this is kind of like the NFL trying to
damage
sway
control
judgment a little bit? Yeah. That's how it seems to me.
I don't know. I mean, they've been on this dude's dick for a while, and he was lighting it up.
Yeah. And
his last year at USC, he played like straight garbage. And again, USC doesn't play anybody. Well, they do now because now they're going to be in the Big Ten. I think they're in the Big Ten now.
That's so weird.
I know, 100% weird. And like I said, this guy is the second coming of Christ, apparently. And he didn't do anything in the last, what month are we in? Number 3? Basically 4 months. In the last 8 months to help his cause.
Yeah.
Big games. Big games.
Yeah.
Is it though? Big games, he wasn't there.
Right.
I mean, everybody's gonna go back to this, and I'll even bring it up. The day I forgot who the fuck they lost to, and he went over in the crowd and pulls a towel over his head and he's crying. Crying. Now, you didn't just lose the Pac-10 championship game.
Right.
I get it. You lost a fucking game in week 8.
Yeah, I think
and you're crying with your mommy.
It wasn't Texas Tech. I think it was the purple team from Texas, TCU maybe.
And I'm like, what is going on with this guy? And I didn't see the hype and everything. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm a homer. We all know I love Michigan. And after the pro days and the combines, JJ McCarthy's status went fucking through the roof.
Yeah.
There is talk that and everybody's been saying this, GMs and all that shit, that the most pro-ready quarterback right now is McCarthy.
Yeah, he's
coming out of Harbaugh's system. He is pro-ready right now. Drake May for UNC.
I would take him first.
Great quarterback. Is it Jalen Davis out of LSU?
Davis, yeah.
Jalen, another great quarterback. You know, Caleb Williams, in my mind, of these four, is number 4.
I think he's going to and I hate to say someone's going to be a bust before they even have a snap in the NFL, but like you look at mental stability. Does he have it? No. Then you look at this stuff and they're just like beating us over the head where like, that's okay. It's okay. And sure, it kind of is okay. He's a fucking 21-year-old kid. Whatever.
That right there's the key word. He's a kid.
Yeah.
You gotta understand this. These guys in college are children, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're fucking kids. What did you and I do when we were 21, 22, 23? Now, imagine that. Well, allegedly. Imagine that and being famous, I guess, well known.
Yeah, that's and
now
he's got a lot of money.
And you have the money factor.
Yep.
What would happen if you and I were 21 years old and we're good at something and somebody handed us $1 million?
Thankfully, that would never happen because we're never good at anything.
You imagine the stupid shit we would have done?
Yes, 100%. 100%. So, like, I don't want to rake them over the coals for this. I don't like the NFL or Good Morning Football's stance on it. Like, you don't need to overprotect these people. That's kind of the problem with today's fucking everything.
They're too coddled.
And it just goes back to the fucking Victoria Beckham thing. Like, you don't need to overprotect people. The dude can protect himself. He was talking shit to me all night. This fucking guy goes to a game with fucking lip sealer on, or whatever they fucking call it, concealer. I don't fucking know. Gloss. Lip gloss, pink nails, and a pink phone. And he's got I don't think he has an agent. I think his dad's his agent. But like,
that right there, red flag
move right there. Yeah, the guy's just not making good decisions.
That's been the knock.
Yeah,
and that's been the knock.
Or fails in the NFL. Who cares? But like right now, you have a chance to go, let's say top 5. If not, he's a surefire for top 1 or for the first pick. I don't know. If I was a GM, you kind of got to see the fucking shit out there in the ether. Has anyone ever done this and been like, oh, it's just me, this is my personality, this is whatever, and it actually worked out for him? No, usually they fucking flame out. A la fucking Johnny Football.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. Oh, that's just Johnny being Johnny. That's just Caleb being Caleb. Why don't these guys buy into a system where actually people are there to protect them from themselves?
Yeah. Hey, you're going to, like I said, WNBA game or the women's college basketball game, whatever. I'll wear a pink hoodie. I don't give a fuck. I'll wear a pink hat. I'll support it if that's what I believe in and I'm into it. That's fine. Did he go a little too far here with the lip gloss and fingernails? I mean, fuck, dude. I've got pedicures. I've had my toes painted like rainbows for my gay friends over the summer and just showing a little support. And also, I'm okay with it myself. My friends half of them could pretty much give a fuck regardless. Then there's you who's going to make fun of me, but understands. You're like, we know.
But you're also not up for $100 million contract.
Correct. Yeah, I'm not the fucking face of college football basically right now. Also, all the moves the Bears made, if they draft him, he's going to be the first draft pick, first quarterback drafted number 1 overall that is walking into.
It's a Super Bowl ready team.
Almost a dream scenario.
Yeah.
Usually, like Trevor Lawrence or whatever, you get drafted by the Jaguars. Oh, fuck. You're always going to the worst team. Teams in turmoil. I mean, the Jags were in trouble because fucking Urban Meyer fucked that whole team up.
Chicago fleeced Carolina.
They did. And they've fucking stacked this team. I mean, on paper, yes.
Sure.
If Caleb Williams goes there and fails, it is 100% on Caleb Williams.
I just wish, and we've talked about this with the NIL stuff too. To me, I wish that you could have a cap on what they can get financially for the year. So let's call it something great, like $500,000. Any other money that you get paid through NIL should go into a trust that you can't access until you're 30.
Yeah.
That's how I think shit should work. Why?
Because
you want to protect these fucking idiots from themselves. And I'm saying I'm an idiot. I would have wanted that. Allen Iverson's been broke for like 20 fucking years. And when he turns 40 or whatever it is, 50 or something like that, he gets another 20 million from Reebok. Why'd they do that? To protect him from him.
Yeah. I mean, you look at all this NIL bullshit, and here's a tale of two things. Again, I'm going to go straight homer. Blake Corum out of Michigan. What's he doing with his NIL money? He's buying fucking 500 turkeys and walking around the streets of Detroit, handing them out on Thanksgiving. That's what he's doing. JJ McCarthy's doing good things with his money. What is fucking Shadur Sanders doing? Buying a Rolls Royce. Like Tom Brady said, fuck out of that car, get in the fucking film room.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And again, these are kids. I mean, obviously, look at fucking Dion. Spotlight's on him all the time. He wants to be bigger than life. I mean, Deion Sanders was a fucking phenomenal athlete. Great football player. But they love the spotlight. They all eyes on me. And now you see him saying that him and his kid there, Shadur and Travis Hunter, aren't going to certain NFL teams. We're going to pull an Eli Manning on these guys. You don't get to fucking say that. You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
And right there, that should be a red flag when those guys come out of the draft. I think this will be their last year. They'll come out after this year. How do you defend this? And the same thing with Caleb Williams here with his dad saying, I want ownership stake. I'm like, you can't. You
haven't done anything yet.
You haven't done anything. And number two, it's a huge conflict of interest. You cannot get ownership stake as an NFL player. Everybody is talking about Brady buying into a team. You can't do it. You just can't. But how dumb are you?
Raiders is going through now.
Fucking Caleb Williams' dad is like fucking that asshole in the NBA.
Yeah, Ball.
That Ball, LeVar Ball, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking scenario here.
And I just think,
like you said earlier, who's here? Who is protecting these kids?
No, they're just
from themselves.
That's all they're doing.
Just fucking milking that shit.
Yeah,
it's almost disgusting.
And this shit, like just look at his face. Look at all this is going to do. This isn't helping Caleb Williams.
No,
this is hurting Caleb Williams.
Yes.
And I want Caleb Williams to do well because good football is good football.
Okay, yeah. To that point, yes. But after all this shit, I legit want him to fall on his face just to prove the point of all this.
Well, let's just say let's say he gets drafted number 1. First year is always kind of muddy, other than like the dude from Houston that just lit it up. But
oh fuck, there's nothing more that I hate than that.
Yeah, but
every Ohio State quarterback falls in their face. We fucking ate Stroud's asshole for 2 years, made him look average. He comes in the NFL and balled out. The first one from Ohio State that actually did what I'm not even gonna say okay, he did well this year.
He did great, yeah. But
now
also
there's another year coming. So
year one is year one, and then they have 16 games or whatever. I think he played 14. But he was hurt a couple times. But like they have they have 16 games of tape or 14 games of tape on him now. So now you better fucking change your shit up. You can be a one-hit wonder in the NFL. Manziel had a good fucking first year.
Yeah.
Mitch Trubisky had a good fucking first year. But I don't think this is fucking helping Caleb Williams. And that to me is the saddest part about it. You could take this stance. You could say, hey, maybe the internet shouldn't be a place where we all just rip each other down. Fine. But this is like a fucking diatribe, dude. Just listen to him talk.
Fingernails and phone. Take number 1. I've seen this. That's not a leader of men. You are a follower of sheep. Let me say that to begin.
Oh.
See? So you fucking... it's a hot take.
Yep.
But if I'm hiring a CEO and the dude comes in to meet people and he's in a hoodie and fucking ripped jeans and shit like that, to me, it's like, what's up?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Okay, he gets a pass. But other than that, it's like, is he going to be accountable? Are people going to respect him? Like, that's the thing. Like, you have guys that are probably in their, I think the one receiver they just signed, he's 30. So he's 9 years older than this fucking guy. And this dude's out with a bedazzled phone and fucking painted fingernails. I just think if I was in Caleb Williams' camp, I'd be like, hey, motherfucker, play the part until your talent shines and then do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Other than drowning dogs, that's it. Like, you're not going to lose your job if you're good.
Hey,
we need to get the job first.
You're going to show up at this women's basketball game. We know that you're the potential number 1 draft pick.
Yes.
Cameras are going to be on you.
100%.
Bro, I don't care what you're doing, sitting courtside, the camera's going to be on you.
Yep.
You want to support women's basketball? Wear a pink hoodie. Wear a fucking pink hat with the whatever game you're at. Like I said, I think it was the women's college game.
Yeah.
Put Caitlin Clark's number 3. She's number 3? 22.
22, yeah.
Yeah. We're a pink hat with 22 on it.
Yeah.
And support that. Don't be, as everybody calls it these days, extra.
Yeah, just calm it the fuck down a little bit. But like this hot take is just like, calling.
Is he wrong here? I think this is valid. I think this is
that's why I wanted to ask your opinion on it, because like I'm looking at it as the more you nerf the world for these guys, they still have to go to training camp. They still have to win their team over. They still have to get the playbook down. They still have to perform well on the field. And that can't be nerfed. You can't nerf that part.
No.
Is the NFL and Caleb Williams' team, like his people, making it easier for him to fail because they're saying, oh, you do you.
Yeah.
That's just shit. I don't think he's wrong. I think if you criticize people based on what they're wearing and that kind of shit, that's a little dumb. But at the same point, you got to realize this dude's going for a job interview. He's got to play the fucking part.
Oh, sorry.
Shut the fucking door. No one wants to die. Except for you. Your hangover.
The most important qualities in a leader are being confident, being secure with yourselves, being bold, and having everyone you're leading want to follow you. Find any.
So I think the first 2 parts are.
You're the worst at this.
Oh, we're breaking it down. Film session. First 2 parts, great. The last part, getting people to trust you and follow your lead. What do you want, like your 33-year-old center to start wearing fucking pink pants with juicy on the ass? Come on.
Teammate Caleb has had across 2 major programs say one bad thing about Caleb, let alone that he's weird or eccentric. All right, next take. I love this one. That's not going to work in the locker room. Those are the words of the most basic bad radio caller to a terrible radio show in 1992. That's not going to work in the locker room. What the hell do you know? What do you know? Do you know DJ Moore? Do you know Cole Kmet? Do you know Darnell Wright? Do you know that the personalities and perspectives in this league have evolved dramatically? Did you know the head coach of the 2024 Bears is not Bill Parcells? This is a different time. Next take. This one's wheelhouse here.
Yeah.
He's too Hollywood for the NFL.
What?
He paints his nails pink. Is that what you're riled up about? So what? Do you know what it's like to be 22 years old, living in LA with some fame and some money in your pocket?
Fuck yes.
It's intoxicating. Yeah. You make some unconventional choices, believe me. Maybe things you look back and shake your head at later. It happens to the best of us, okay?
Affliction. An affliction.
You make some strange choices, all right? And believe me, that person in that picture had a 0.001% of everything Caleb has going on.
Tell me you had True Religion jeans, too.
Of course.
I knew it.
Of course. On Dutch hat. You make some bold choices. But Caleb has not made any mistakes. He is one of the very first ever self-made multimillionaire NFL prospects. He's living in the entertainment capital of the world, 3,000 miles from where he grew up. He's one of the most visible athletes in a town that includes LeBron and Ohtani, and he never steps out of line. He never gets in trouble. He has never so much as shown up in the hazy background of a bad TMZ video. He's been great as a player. I think he's been incredible as a human being. Have you ever read about what Kobe was like to be around as a young guy with talent and money in LA? Not easy. If you want to talk eccentric, read up on that. And don't tell me I can't compare Caleb to Kobe Bryant. He's going to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft. Yes, I can. Another take that I saw. Oh, this is going to be fun. I can't wait to watch Caleb and all his eccentricities try to work in the machoest city in America. Have you ever once been to Chicago? Even one time? Did you ever lay over in O'Hare? I know that most of the country still thinks Bears fans are a 30-year-old SNL sketch. Chicago can be one of the most cultured and cosmopolitan cities in the world. Do you know what Chicago athlete in my lifetime, after Michael, has caused the most excitement, most fervor, most hero worship in that city that had Chicagoans screaming in public when they'd see him? This big, tough, macho guy. There he is. Okay?
Yes.
Sensation.
I was
People
wondering if
freaking
we were
out in the
gonna get to
streets,
this.
going crazy in
Was it
the
gonna come
United
around?
Center.
Yeah.
That's Dennis Rodman at his own book signing in a wedding dress, all right? Don't say that about Chicago. Maybe Caleb's personality is a little unusual. You know what would be incredibly unusual? A Bears quarterback that wins a game anybody cares about. Think of it this way, Bears fans. You've tried every other personality type. Jay Cutler, curmudgeon. Mitch Trubisky, Boy Scout. Justin Fields, robot. Caleb Williams, rock star. Why not? And try to remember the last time you had a rock star quarterback, you won a Super Bowl. It's good that this quarterback is different, because what's never different is the result every single time you play the Packers. And I'll tell you what's weird. You know what's the weirdest thing about Caleb? That he's going to be a Bears quarterback who is actually good. Yes, Caleb Williams is out there. He's out there way, way, way above every single other quarterback on every single board of every single expert on every single channel. He should be the number one pick. He's going to be the number one pick. And when the pride and joy of Illinois Chicago Bears call him to let him know on draft night, I hope he takes that call on his pink phone. All right?
Oh,
You got that?
God.
Good.
That was one hell of a rant.
I respect the guy.
And
a lot.
I do as well. He made a shit ton of great points. But I mean, all right, these guys live, eat, breathe more football than I do.
Yes.
And I love college football. And I love it. I don't see the talent. Like I said, Davis, May, McCarthy, I got above him. What's going to happen on draft night? What if the Bears pull a complete 180 and just say, I'd love to see McCarthy go number one. What if they say, we're bucking the system, we're going with Drake May out of North Carolina? What happens? What happens to Caleb Williams? Does his stock immediately fall out, or is he going to get snapped up by somebody going, fuck, he fell into our lap?
He'll go 2 or 3. He'll probably go to New England, which awesome. I just don't like the barrier to entry to be a good NFL quarterback is fucking slim to none, right? No matter what you do in college, you can light it the fuck up, but it's just different. And I wish they were protecting him a little bit more from himself, because I think it's gonna get a little dicey. That's all. That's my hot take. And maybe I sound like a 44-year-old guy. I am. But I watch the NFL.
Okay, boomer.
And I have the money to buy uniforms. So, like, I just don't, I just wish that they would protect them just a tad.
And that's the thing, too, is, I mean, now with this NIL thing, and we've discussed this 100 times, how it fucked the whole sport up.
It did.
NIL was never meant to be what it is now. But, like Brant said, these kids are 21, 22, 23 years old with fucking money in their pocket. Caleb Williams, USC, like you said, out in California, out in LA. I don't know how close USC is to LA, but
I think it's right in the middle of it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, so you're, like you said, you're right there. He made so many good points, and I get it. You know, everybody's so quick to judge people, but who's helping him from him?
Yeah, that's all. That was my biggest point. It's like,
yeah,
you can coddle somebody till you're blue in the face, but like they have to. It's a rigid game, you know. It just is. So like you have to be able to perform, and if you nerf the world for these guys,
your new word.
I know, you're welcome. But if you do that, I think you're going to make it harder for them to actually function and be good. That's all. That's my take. But
so what happens? Like, we I touched on this a minute ago, but the Bears are primed if they have a quarterback to be a relatively good team going forward. What happens if Williams goes number one, all the hype and all that shit, and they miss the playoffs this year? Like, I'm not talking like pick six in another game knocks them out of the playoffs, whatever. What if they go
like two wins, like Carolina
6-11? What if they do that?
It'd be dependent on his stats. So like you want to see at least a 2-to-1 ratio on touchdowns, right? To interceptions. But yeah, I mean, I just think,
but to just looking at paper and seeing those stats, is it indicative of how he actually played? I mean, well, everybody sits there and bags on Josh Allen about his interceptions. They're like, but he fucking ran for 40 touchdowns this year. That's all well and good. But if you watched Josh Allen's interceptions, they were not good.
Yeah, they weren't good interceptions.
They weren't good. I mean, is there a good interception?
It's 3rd and 20. You throw it 60 yards, it gets picked off.
It's almost like a punt at that. Okay, but still,
that's probably 3 or 4 of those. But
as a whole, you're looking at this, like, okay, yeah, throw it down the fucking field. If it gets picked off, as long as you tackle the guy, and it's a 50-50 ball, and whatever it comes down with it, it's kind of like a punt. But in the other half of that coin, are you watching those throws and going, that was a bad decision?
No, Allen makes me incredibly nervous because he's a bigger, stronger, faster Brett Favre.
But I'm just wondering, I'm like, this whole fucking kill. What if he falls on his face? Then what? Are all pundits right? Are we all right saying this guy he's way too hyped?
You can't be too into yourself, man. You gotta, like, all the good quarterbacks play the fucking game. And the game is you're there first, you leave last, all this kind of shit. Like,
I just don't think. I said I watched a lot of college football. I didn't see it out of him this year. Going into this year, yes. All of a sudden, just like fucking Colorado State when Deion came there.
Yep.
And I've said this 100 times, and I'll stand by this. Deion Sanders is not a good coach. He's
a hype man.
The fucking best, the greatest motivator I've seen. He gets those guys to buy in. He gets those guys to go out and get pumped. When it comes down to it, I mean, they're what, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, ranked in the top 15. Everybody's like, here they come. And then
they played somebody good.
As soon as they played somebody good. Same thing happened with USC. I was like, again, the game, Caleb Williams lost like 3 games this year, and he did not play well at all.
Right.
JJ McCarthy played phenomenal.
Hold on.
Oh, they played cupcakes or whatever. We fucking
hold on.
Beat them all.
Let's take your Michigan hat off for a second and
where my titties at?
Yeah. But
titties.
There were times, and he got hurt, but there were times where they handed it off
he was
30 times straight. You know what I mean? So
yes, and he was hurt in that game.
Yeah.
Hurt his shoulder. They didn't allow it, or they didn't allude to it. There we go. Not allowed. Nice. And we have probably the 2 best running backs in college football and an absolute monster offensive line.
Yeah. The smart players run the ball.
Literally just said, hey, we're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
Stop us. And they couldn't. When it's working, you stick with it, right? You see that too. Do you see that too much in football where something's working and they're like, hey, they think we're going to do this, so we should change it up.
And then fumble.
Yeah.
The Bills are classic for
they're so good at that. They're so good at that.
They over cute themselves. Yes. Just don't be cute.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, don't be cute.
I'm sure it's a word, but I like
hyphenated. Over cute.
Is it?
It should
be cute. Over cute.
Yeah, they get too cute. Don't get cute. Just fucking do what's working.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like, and that's the big knock on the Bills is they get too cute.
Well, and I don't like designed runs with Allen because a designed run will get you 5 yards. If you have Allen back to pass and he scrambles, it's 15. Just do that. Don't run these like fake handoff counters with your fucking quarterback because he's a big ape. That's great. Go get the yards. But sooner or later, your shit's going to come home to roost, man. And he's going to get a knee blown out.
Yeah.
And then what do you got? Then you have a fucking 1-win team.
No. You have who came back? Who'd they bring back? Who'd they use?
Trubisky?
No. Yes?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He went
he's
to
at least
Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, he was at Pittsburgh. He's at least capable, but like you don't have this is what
you don't
I
have a
like
game changer. You don't
this
have
is what
a
I don't
game
like
changer.
about the NFL like MVP type stuff. If you were to take Lamar Jackson off of Baltimore and Josh Allen off the Bills, Baltimore would still be probably a 6-win team. They're awesome. Great people everywhere. You get a somewhat capable backup quarterback that can hit a couple of ins and outs. You'll win some games. If you take Josh Allen off the Bills, maybe a game, maybe 2 games, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the thing too, is like, everybody's like Josh or say or this, that, and everything. And I'm like,
they're wasting his talent, in my opinion.
yeah. Like I said, I'm the biggest Bills hater there is.
You're a piece of shit, yes. Go ahead.
And that's the big thing I keep bringing up to people. Like, this PSL thing. I was talking to Hobbs last night about it. He's like, mine's like fucking $6,000. Who fucking can afford this? As a really good Grodick, put up a goddamn fucking GoFundMe, which I thought was funny as fuck.
That's so funny.
Josh Allen's contract expires in 2027. That is 1 year after this $1 billion stadium opens up here in, which could arguably be said, the armpit of New York State. Okay? Buffalo shit. Everybody's like,
oh, talk bad about my favorite place of all time.
That's great. It's great. But I'm also not wrong here. So you're opening up a $1 billion stadium. I get it.
Funded.
Yeah. Thanks. I really appreciate paying for this fucking thing that I'll never walk into. For a team that hasn't done anything.
They've been good. You can't acknowledge the fact
that wait, what?
They've been good.
For the last 3 years?
5.
That's a stretch. And by good, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm going to say okay. Because it was like 22 years before.
Playoffs 4 years in a row.
Yeah, okay.
AFC Championship game, probably the greatest game I've ever seen played, even though the Bills lost that game. That was fucking insane.
All right, so all this shit's going on. Yes. I always call it Ralph Wilson.
It should be.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
It should be called the Ralph at Highmark or something like that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. Pay some homage to the guy. But anyhow, the Ralph, it's old.
It is.
Is it ancient? No, not by any
1963 or something like that.
But dude, you walk in there, it's not ancient.
It's not bad.
No, it's not like walking into the fucking That 70s Show set. It is what it is.
Right.
Can we? The whole dome, no dome debate is great, and I see both sides of that. But now you're putting this $1 billion stadium up. It is literally the renderings of this place looks like it is like the SoFi Stadium out in fucking LA.
Yeah, it's a good looking building.
It is, but it doesn't belong here.
Right.
Buffalo is blue collar through and through.
Yes.
To a
fault sometimes.
Yes, exactly. And I completely lost my fucking train of thought.
Yeah,
back to the Allen thing.
Hey, look who's back.
So he extended his contract. His contract's up, I think, in 2027. The new stadium opens in 2026.
Yeah.
So, and I've been bringing this up to people, and they have a really hard time answering this question. You have 2 years before your new stadium opens with all the hype. You have Josh Allen, who is arguably a very, very good quarterback.
I'd say top 3. Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but hey,
well, you're a piece of shit. You think JJ McCarthy's good. So
I do. He is good. He's going to prove everybody wrong.
Okay.
So the Bills. plunder along, make the playoffs again,
Sure.
lose in first, second round, as has been the usual.
As
For
most
the
teams
next
do.
for the next couple years, unless you're the Chiefs.
Okay.
So anyhow, so the next 2 years you have the same.
Remind me, Chiefs.
You have the
Remind
same
me, Andy Reid,
mediocrity
before you
here.
go on this rant, because I'm going to forget my train of thought too. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So the same mediocrity here.
The what?
Same mediocrity. I said it right 3 fucking times, asshole.
Simulacry.
I'm not Sean Connery. Sean Connery.
Of course you should hit a woman. Simulacry.
Josh Allen's contract is up.
Yeah.
We come to a crossroads.
Mhm.
Do
Both
you, as Josh Allen, want to stay here in Buffalo, endure, and fuck?
That was good. That was good.
No, it wasn't.
Was
I over enunciate. Endure the mediocrity that is now Buffalo sports.
You're fucking throwing words out, bud.
Knowing that Miami is better. The Jets are better. Patriots will get better. The NFC East is going to be tough. This year, I have the Bills finishing 3rd place. One, because I love shitting on the Bills, and number 2, I believe that firmly.
The Jets, you gotta you gotta prove that the Jets can actually do something. I like their coach a lot.
What I think last year would have went completely different if Rodgers doesn't get hurt 4 seconds into the fucking game.
I agree. But so
he has got, and they reloaded too. That offense is going to be good. That defense is sick.
But the shelf life on keeping those players because of the cap is fucking insane.
It's the same with every fucking team, though.
It is. But then you look at like the Bears, like for example, going into this offseason, had a decent roster and had $88 million to spend.
Yeah.
The Bills going into this offseason had an age-depleted roster, let's just call it.
No, you're right there, 100%.
They needed to get. It sucks that like you get perennial Bills players that are no longer on the team. You know, Hyde, Poyer, Trey White, and all that stuff. But they had to get rid of $52 million to get under the fucking cap.
Yeah,
which is insane to me. So I could see where the Jets in a couple years are going to have to churn some of those guys out that are really, really good players.
Well, they did all that because they brought Rodgers in, and that was the thing. Now you're like, we have a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a good young core of receivers. The running backs are great, and their defense is sick. And if you're in the NFL, your mentality as a GM and an owner and a coach and everything, win now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess there's some teams that can sit there and say, hey, you know, kind of shit. Let's see what we can do and look down the road a little bit. But teams like that have a good base, a good core, it's win now. And that's where the Bills
okay if
should
the
have
Bills take this year and shit the bed. I wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't.
Yeah, as a fan, you're not gonna like it.
But I'd be okay if going into next year, I think they're gonna have like 30 to 40 million under the cap. And then let's say you get a top 10 pick. Let's say you can parlay your second and first round, get up to third and pick the best receiver in the draft. Let's say you get rid of Stephon Diggs because I think they fucking should.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Stephon Diggs, other than Randy Moss with Tom Brady for those 2 years, has the Randy Moss effect with less talent.
Yeah.
He fucks your quarterback up. All this constant bitching, all of it, all the antics.
He's compassionate. He's compassionate.
He's passionate, not compassionate. He has
Really?
no compassion. No, because he knows he's burning.
I'm just wondering because
he knows he's burning the team to the ground. Every time he puts a fucking picture up and says, "I'm ready for whatever." Like, fuck you, man. Get the fuck out. Get out.
Yes, that was
You've had your best years of your career with this fucking team. And
who did he have as a QB in Minnesota? Cousins?
No.
Culpepper?
Case Keenum.
Oh yeah. You had Case Keenum throwing you the ball. You
Yeah.
have Josh fucking Allen.
Yeah, and you're still gonna fucking complain
Yeah.
all the fucking time. And also, like some of those ones, some of the outbursts, and you got to give him some credit. You see on the sideline camera, he's like throwing shit, right? But realistically, when you listen to the audio, he's so pissed off that he keeps getting double covered with a shadow, and he's like, I can't fucking do anything. So he's more mad at the situation. He's not mad at fucking Josh Allen, but I do like what the Bills did with the receivers. I think fucking Khalil is fucking legit. I think Samuel's coming over is great. And I hope that they do whatever they can do to get some fucking tall ass receiver coming in. But their tight ends are great.
Tight ends
Offensive
are
line is
gonna be
good.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We brought this up at work the one day. Everybody's bitching about Allen not having time, this, that, and the other thing, making things happen. The Bills, I think, don't quote me on this, were one of the only teams in the NFL that started all 5 offensive linemen the entire year. No injuries there, which is fucking absolutely rare.
Which is way different than any other Bills team that we've ever seen.
Yes.
They've had the worst trainers on the fucking planet.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was evident in the Miami game when everybody cramped, and I'm like, how do you not have these guys prepared for this?
Miami Stadium is so fucked like that. Yeah. like, oh hey, at a 1 p.m. game, you're gonna be all in the sun.
Dude,
we're all gonna be.
We talked about this, right?
It's so smart, yeah. It's great.
But circle back about this Allen thing. So the stadium opens in 26. Yep. Allen's contract's up in 27. So the Bills muddle through a couple,
they have
get the playoffs
2 years after his contract ends.
No, we're not even going there. We're gonna stop before that. What happens if the Bills get to the playoffs, whatever, losing the first, second round? Mm-hmm. My wife is beating the dogs because they're idiots. So Allen's contract's up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? What do you do if you're Josh Allen? Now, do you stay here and know that, like, let's just say the Dolphins and the Jets are fucking perennial, just way better.
Sure.
The Bengals aren't going anywhere. Now you got Justin Herbert with Harbaugh, and on paper, I don't understand how the Chargers were as bad as they were. They're going to be good. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. It's getting tougher for you to fucking win with this team you have here. Do you
take off?
Do you take off? Do you go and everybody's like, oh, Josh Allen's going to stay here. He loves the city and everything. In the end, that's great to say. And you might believe that. But in the end, just money talks, bullshit runs a marathon. Do you leave and get your bag? I mean, he got paid.
Yeah, he's got a good contract.
Could you leave and go to a team that has maybe a slightly better chance and more money? Do you go to a team that's on its way up, mad potential, and possibly like let's just say a weaker division?
Well, here's what's not fair about the NFL is taxes.
The fact that these people know what the scores are going to be, and every time I place a bet, I lose.
Yeah, no kidding. But the taxes in the NFL are fucking crazy. So, like, if you go play in Florida, 8 of your games, there's no taxes.
Yeah.
If you go play in New York, 8 of your games, you're being taxed at a 50% rate. 52%.
Whatever.
So
it's a lot.
If you play in Dallas or if you play in Texas, same.
Yeah.
Like, so if I were if I was like only looking to secure my money, right?
Jewish.
Yeah. If I was being a little Hebe Kikeberger over it, I would go. No, I want to go to Florida. Set me up in Jacksonville because I'm getting 100% of my game checks on home games. I don't care if they have to.
It's so fucked up that that's how that works.
I
am employed by you, who is based in Florida, but we play 17 games, 8 of which are at home.
Well, look at what New Jersey has for taxes. Look at New York. No wonder they're over the fucking bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No wonder. What? And
It's
and
crazy
here's the
about
thing
that.
Here's this thing that's kind of fucked
Is
up.
that true? Is that real?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
And
sure?
Yes. And here's what's really fucked up. Everybody has the same hard cap money. So they don't take taxes into account. So technically speaking, you would have an adjusted rate or adjusted ratio based on the tax hit so you can be competitive, but they can't.
Yeah.
You have whatever, $281 million to spend on your salary.
But that money, that 281 million isn't taxed.
Yeah.
In Florida, but it is in, New York and California.
Tell me why the Bills or like LA teams and stuff like that, why they don't have a $310 million cap and non-tax states have a lower cap because of the adjusted ratio.
Yeah.
Why not do that? If you want everything else to be the same, like everything.
Well, because then you see more people head that way and just say, fuck this. I'm out. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah.
Or even, I think Las Vegas has no
tax. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
weird, man.
That's the only thing I don't like about it. All right. Well, let's punch out of this. I got to pee. You want
Holy
to do one more?
fucking. What time? I'm so hammered. I have no idea. I can't even see my fucking phone to tell me what time it is.
It's 2 your time ish.
What's my time?
Eastern.
Fucking Easter's tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, I have to go. Yeah, my wife's stomping around the house, so I got to check. I might have to let the dog out here, so give me 10 minutes.
You got it. All right, we'll be back in a little bit, and this time we'll play our theme song. All right.
Yay! We're so stupid.
This is hour 41 cold open.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're gonna start the show here momentarily.
Yeah. We'll